What is up, you guys, and welcome back to another Squid family video. I am so sorry I haven't been keeping up to date with you guys. It has been absolutely crazy here on my end of things. There's been a lot of things going on, and I have a few updates for you guys. I know recently there's been like a few update videos and things like that, but it has just been nuts. I have been balls to the wall with everything that's been going on lately, and I know that I have neglected to upload videos for you guys, but that's just because I've been so busy. So sit back, relax, grab a drink, grab some snacks, and let's get into this video. So there has been a lot going on lately with me. I am still settling in to my house. I've been here 7 months now, so that's just insane. I still can't believe it has been that long, but there are still some things I need to do around the house. There's been a few DIY things going on. There's been just a lot going on. We recently had some issues with my heating, which got sorted out. We've had some issues with my front door and my back door, which we've sorted out as well. There's been issues with the council and everything, but I think I've got that sorted now. It's just been non-stop with the house stuff. Plus, I've still been sorting out little bits here and there. I've finally got everything in place where I want it. I have finally got things up on the wall, which you guys can kind of see behind me. There's just been a lot of things that have just been needed to be done, but obviously where I've been going out and I've been trying to find a job and everything, some of the stuff in the house has kind of taken a little bit of a back seat, but hopefully now everything is good with that. So there also has been a lot going on the job/work front for me lately as well. I'm not going to say what the company is, just because I want to keep that on the down low. But I was scrolling around on a couple of different job sites, and I saw a job pop up for a no experience kind of job. And I went for it, put my application in, and then about a month ago now, I got offered an interview with head office, which I honestly couldn't believe. As you guys know, employment has been a really big deal for me. It's taken me a long time to get where I am today, so I was really happy that I got offered an interview. So I went for that interview with head office. Interview went really well. I came out of it feeling absolutely brilliant, which is weird for me because usually I don't feel great after interviews, because me with my anxiety, I'm usually quite nervous and not really sure whether it went well or not, but I came out of that interview feeling great. And then, a couple of days later, I got an email from head office saying, "That's great, we'd like to offer you a second interview with what could be your manager," which again was absolutely insane. And I went for that interview and got offered a verbal offer for a job, which I was really happy with. Me and my partner spent a couple of days celebrating about that. And then about 2 weeks after that, I got offered to go in for a meet the team interview type thing, which was a bit weird because I've never had sort of 3 interviews off the bat like that with one company. I've mainly only ever had 1 interview and then offered the job, or vice versa. So this one was a little bit different. I went in, I met the team, we all get on really well, which is insanity. And then I was asked verbally if I would like to take the position. which obviously I said yes to, because I still, now to this day, I'm like, how have I managed to do this? But that's neither here nor there. And then because it's a sort of care role, I then got an email from head office saying, you know, I need to give them all my right to work documents and everything, which I did pretty much straight away. And then I got an email from my manager to do a DBS check, because I'd be working with vulnerable people. So I did that. And now I'm waiting for my DBS to come back, which that got submitted on the 14th of October. So that is in its last stages of verification and everything, which is mad. I never thought that I'd be able to get this far, so I am waiting for that to come back, and then hopefully within the next couple of weeks I should be starting work, which honestly is crazy. I applied for it just on a whim, and then obviously I got the first email saying, oh, we'd like to offer you an interview, and that never normally happens with me. Normally my applications don't go through, which is mad. But then since then, I had applied for a few jobs at the same time as this one, and what's really funny is before applying for this job, I would apply for jobs and then never get a response from anything. And then now I have this job, which is mad within itself, and I've had several companies come back to me with applications I put in months ago saying, oh, we'd like to offer you an interview. And I'm like, really? Like now? It's just insane. But yeah, so I am really, really happy that I finally have a job. I haven't started yet. I am just kind of doing some online training and stuff. Mainly just research work into different training things. But yeah, I am so excited to start this job. So, also I have a little bit of a health update. So, mentally, I've been doing a lot better than what I was before. I've not had like any panic attacks or any anxiety attacks for a long time, which I am so proud of how my mental health has come on since I've moved. I feel a lot happier here. I feel a lot more settled here. Also, you know, I've just been keeping up with checking in on my mental health and things like that, which has been great. I also started journaling as well, which has really been helping me out. So that's been going on well. I also, on the physical side of health, have been a little bit under the weather. It started out with a bit of a cold, but then again that happens around this time of year anyway. And then we found out that I had a bit of an infection, so I've been on some antibiotics for a little while, which has not been great because I hate taking medication, just absolutely hate it. So I've had some alarms set on my phone, which has been annoying my partner every time they go off. But needs must. And then I also started taking multivitamins as well, just to try and boost my immune system, because my immune system has just been shit ever since I've gotten older. So I've been trying to nip that in the bud, and hopefully that'll stop me from getting colds and things like that. And then also I noticed that my asthma's come back a lot harder than it was before. So I booked myself in for an asthma review appointment, because when I was younger it never really affected me as much. So I just sort of had like the one inhaler and just used it if and when I needed it. Whereas now I'm finding that I'm relying on that a lot more. So we're checking up on that and seeing how that is doing. But other than that, hopefully before I start work, I will be back in tip-top condition and be able to actually not have to take any more medication, but who knows about that. I recently went to another Comic-Con, which was amazing. I went with my friend Fiona and her dad and her brother, which was the funniest and most amazing time. I did a new cosplay for this one, which was awesome. Plus hanging around with Fiona and her family are just hilarious because we come out with the darkest humour jokes, and it's just really, really fun to hang out with them. Plus I've been working on a couple of new cosplays. I recently did Princess Leia at Reading Comic Con, and then the last Comic Con that I went to, I did Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, which was awesome. But yeah, other than that, I've not really done too much else. I am thinking of maybe doing another cosplay at some point, but I think the kind of Comic-Con season is over for the minute. I mean, locally for me anyway. So I might just put that on the back burner. But other than that, I think that is all I need to update you guys on. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye!